Yeah.
God be with you, Henry.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. Take care.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. can't sleep again.
Farewell. I'd like to well.
I can't sleep again.
Agree?
That's not enough. See now? I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Is someone there?
Jesus Christ be praised. How may I serve you?
Is Adela still working here?
What do you want Adela for? Ain't my tits big enough for you?
Yes, plenty big. But I really need to speak to Adela. Do you know where she is?
How should I know? Go and ask Madame.
Goodbye.
What are you looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got an important guest.
Come here to me, kitten.
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
It's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fella is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
She could be killed in there. And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be? God almighty. Here, take the key. Please, help her.
What did you say?
I said you're an animal, and I won't do that.
You call... What the fuck are you doing here?
Why did you have to
I don't need this
stuck
shit.
in it?
card. They're fighting there. Stop them.
What a mess! Couldn't you just have talked to him? I should never have let you in. I don't need any trouble.
Who's he here
Couldn't you
again?
have gone and sorted it out somewhere else with him?
Please, someone, do something!
For heaven's sake, God! They're fighting there. Stop. Fight!
Ambrose, you hound. What got into you yesterday?
Me? Nothing. We drank a bit, all right. Quite a bit. And then I went to sleep.
What? You don't remember? You got as drunk as a lord. Started shouting that you were the greatest dice master in Bohemia and that you'd show everyone. No one had the nerve to tackle you, so you insisted I had to give you a game. But you lost, and then you got really worked up and wanted to save your reputation. We ended up playing until the early hours.
Damn. I don't remember a thing. Did I win?
Oh, you did, a few times. And then you lost everything.
Oh, fuck. Everything?
Everything. The whole 600 groschen you had for buying cloth in Kuttenberg.
Christ in heaven. Oh, God, what am I going to do now? I have to get that money back.
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was the Virgin Mary who sent me to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I mean it. My friend Johanka has been visited in her dreams by Our Lady, and she's been passing her message on to the people about amending their ways and repenting for their sins, like playing games of hazard, for example. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yeah, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear by the Blessed Virgin never to pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry. The money you want from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
You've seen the error of your ways. That's all I wanted. I never intended to take your money. Here, have it back. And next time, be more sensible about what you do with it.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man. God bless you. See you later. I can't go on the road like this. I wouldn't survive it. I would lie down for a while longer.
God be with you, Henry.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
Well, I've been on the road a long time, on a mission for Sir Radzig. I was passing through Ledechko and I stopped off at the baths to get cleaned up. One thing led to another and, well...
For the love of God, Henry! Shouldn't you be mourning for Bianca? Still, you're right. We could try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
Well, if you think so, I can go there and see what I can do.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. God be with you.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me. Good luck to you.
Let's have a word about the price. Agree?
You won't convince me with that. Finally, a reasonable sum.
What are you looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got it. If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Christ! Unpleasant.
The gentleman is a little...
I want to talk.
You can't now.
She could be killed. And do you think the...
You really think she...
do you?
You won't get away with this.
Oh, yeah? You think a knight in shining armor is gonna come to your rescue? Nobody gives a fuck about you!
Marush won't let you be.
Ah!
You'll pay me back for this. Go. What a mess! Couldn't you just have talked to him? I should never have let you in. I don't need any trouble. Couldn't you have gone and sorted it out somewhere else with him?
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Henson will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
Henry, if it wasn't for the fact that you saved Hinnick, I'd slap your face.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore. We'll leave together.
Who gave you that idea?
I came up with it myself.
Oh, and what if I don't want to go?
Well, if it's money you need, I can give you some.
What? Do you think you can buy me like livestock just because I'm a whore? I'm still a person, you know.
Yes, exactly. I just want to see to it that you don't have to sell yourself, that you can finally live a virtuous life.
And who asked you to do that? You're worse than the fellas who come to me. At least they know they can only have me for a while.
Sorry. You're right. I wasn't thinking.
Why'd you come here at all?
I really just wanted to help.
But why do you assume I need your help?
Well, maybe you don't.
I should think not.
Can you at least tell me why you're doing this?
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Good luck then.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls.
Doing here?
I'll slaughter you.
Tired of life, are you?
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Over here. Yeah.
You're dead.
The answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to...
Are you all right, Henry?
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Ah, just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
God be with you.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
One last time. Why not?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning.
I'd like to... I'm interested...
Uh-huh.
I'll certainly...
I'm sure. Goodbye.
Yeah! Yeah. Yeah.
Henry!
I went to Ledetchko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
Shouldn't the custodian deal with that? It's his job, right?
Well, it is, but I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to feel obliged to him. I'd rather sort it out without him.
Fair enough.
Good luck, then.
Farewell.
She's a loose woman. Honest folks should avoid her.
Christ! I'll slay you,
Quick, everyone! Come here!
Enough, please.
Help! Here!
She's a loose woman. Honest folks should avoid her like...
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Fucker!
Take that.
Of that young tower at the monastery. She leads.
I'm gonna... Oh! Missed. That's the best you can do.
Bring it on.
All right, enough.
Don't move a finger. Surrender! You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you. Dear God.
She's a loose woman. Honest folks should avoid her like the plague. God be with you, my good man.
Fuck off.
My word. The gent is a bit rude, isn't he?
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Agree?
That's a poor offer.
My last offer.
That's not enough. Well, thanks for the, arms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with a custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Enough of your nonsense. Clear off, and if I catch you round here again, I'll have you clapped in the pillory.
Good sir, surely you wouldn't pillory simple fellas like us just for wanting to earn a groschen. We'll be on our way, and you'll overlook our little intrusion, all right?
Get going, and don't dare come back.
Aye, we're going.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
He knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
I'm sorry to say, this is just plain old Johanka from Skalitz. Flesh and blood.
And this is Henry. He's telling the truth. And sometimes he tells a little more truth than necessary. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad people see her that way, but I just try and help her as an ordinary friend who's concerned about her.
A job like any other, is it?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
Your guardian angel must have had his work cut out, keeping you from running into Cuman patrol. Where is this treasure of yours, then?
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement. And in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, Ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Make black stewed and fresh from the woods or from the pen. It all tastes delicious. Our Lord's tasty, good on bread and for frying. Come and get it, fine people. All packed too, a joy to taste. Come right up, it's a feast for your eyes and your stomach. It's hard to resist. You'll not find better meat anywhere. From the yard or from the woods, lean and fatty pork, chicken and bacon. We have it all. Come and see. If your pot is burnt down, our sausages will still taste good. If your husband is murdered, our sausages will be here. Come and get them.
Yeah. 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 I see the quarry and the marshland. Now I just have to find the stream that feeds into the river. I can't see any other stream here, so I suppose straight up the hill here? I reckon I can't be even halfway. That forest trail must be higher. Here's that footpath. This is definitely the right way.
Before that, the campaign in 1355 and 56. 800 spears.
Poaching, are we?
No, I'm on guard against Quumos here, see?
Oh, on the lookout for Cumos, are you?
Aye, the whole countryside's full of them. You must have smelt them yourself.
Oh, I can't say I've smelt any Cumos here lately.
You haven't got a nose for 'em. Quumos have a funny smell about 'em, see? Like a mouldy foot rubbed with blueberries.
Is there some abandoned settlement somewhere nearby?
Aye, at the end of the trail through the woods. Just follow it, and you'll get to this mysterious kind of place. I saw some mercenaries going there not long ago, probably hunting Quumos. That ain't my style there. I'm more of a sneaky fella. I like to spot them at a distance, or crouch behind a wall.
What's so mysterious about this place?
There's a lot of lairs and dens, valuables left by ancestors. You only have to put your ear to the ground and listen to the stones, know what I mean?
I don't, but I can imagine it.
Even the branches whisper sometimes.
What, you think you can stand in my path, Boulder? I won't give in that easy. Dead and looted. This doesn't look good. I'm here at last. I'll have to comb the whole place.
Friedrichsen, ott van! Eleged van? Basz meg elég. The bold knight, Sir Sebastian. I suppose I should tell him about it. What's happened here?
Pavel's stash must be somewhere else. This isn't it. Well now, that's quite a pile. And the dagger is here. A real treasure trove.
What?
Yeah!
Hey,
Hey!
So I went looking for that stash of yours.
And how did you get on?
There really was money there, and quite a lot of it. And I found that dagger. When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Haschek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffolding for your money.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I had a certain property dispute with the monastery.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of some personal grudge? Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. I suppose you're right. I'll allow a donation to the monastery. Farewell.
Cheers! Good harvest!
Good evening.
Have you got a...
I were...
Just the one. Here you are.
May the Lord watch over you.
Satisfied?
One beer for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good men. So now, for a while, come have a look.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'd like to donate quite a large sum to the town.
Good heavens! That's not something I hear every day. As the bailiff, naturally, I welcome every gift that benefits the town. You might like to consider some of my proposals.
Well, what could I contribute the money to?
A proper stone bridge is the pride of every good town. Our wooden one serves well enough for now, but God forbid that one day it should collapse under the abbot. The locals are also concerned about the floods we have from time to time. Building a better weir and embankment to contain the river would benefit the situation. Then there's the armory, which burned down a few years ago. We weren't too bothered then, but now, with all the unrest, we could do with some new hauberks, helmets, polearms, and other things.
You can use the donation as you see fit. Whatever you decide. It will be in the name of Pavel of Colleen. I'm just his messenger.
And how much would you like to donate to our fine town?
All of this.
I respectfully thank you in the name of the township of Sasau. Your gift will certainly be of help in developing the town and its good standing. Apologies. I don't have an official speech prepared. It's not often that anyone donates to the town.
That's all right.
See you later.
Fatty, marbles, meats of all kinds, rabbit paws of all colours, shapes and sizes.
Hey, who's there?
I did what you asked. I donated the money for the common good.
Thank you. Who did you give the money to?
I gave everything to the Sasau bailiff. The town needs better facilities.
You know, I'd have done the same thing. Perhaps it'll ease my way through the gates of heaven. Thank you, Henry. And give my thanks to Johanka, too. It was an honor to meet an honorable, selfless man like yourself. God be with you.
Farewell, Pavel.
See you later.
Here you are.
It'll
Thank
certainly
you
be a
help.
fine church here, but I doubt it will surpass
Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you, Henry.
About that burger from Colleen.
How did it go?
It all turned out well. I found that treasure of his and donated it for the good of the township of Sasau, as Pavel wanted.
Is there anything you can't do, Henry? That's wonderful. Thank you.
What about those thugs? Did they come back again?
No, not at all. It's like the ground swallowed them up. But, Henry, something else has happened.
Oh? What's that?
The Blessed Virgin visited me again, and she gave me a new message, and I must spread the word to the people right away.
Do you really think that's a good idea? The reactions to your first sermon were a bit unpredictable.
But what about the people who come to me, and the ones we helped? This is important, and it's my duty. I can't keep the Virgin's messages to myself. They're meant for everyone.
If you insist. But I'd better accompany you.
Thanks. Maybe it would be better to avoid the town and meet somewhere out of the way. There's a meadow near the woods by Sasau. It's not too far. We could go there.
That would be wise. All right.
We'll set out tomorrow at dawn. In the meanwhile, you can sleep here if you want. I'll find you a bed. If not, just come at dawn. But don't be late.
Thanks for the offer, but I've got some other matters to deal with yet. I'll see you in the morning.
If you must, just don't keep me waiting. God be with you.